Life is short, it keeps accelerating. Looking at a room full of people tonight that are living it well. If you're a volunteer, giving your time and your efforts and your resources to serve others, you're living life well. If you're a member of this church that sacrificed over the last number of days to set this place up, cook food, care for us, and serve us, you're living life well. If you're a farmer, letting these crazy people on your field, in your fields, on your property, you pick stuff up, serve other people, you're living life well. So, thank you. I'm looking at a whole room full of people who are living life well. Thank you very, very much for living life and doing it well, serving your fellow man, fellow ladies. It's time for Bushels to take the next step. About a month ago, we were finally able to get the 501c3 paperwork filed with the IRS. What that means is that Bushels is now in a position to begin applying for grants. And there are a lot of organizations that want to help Bushels get the funding it needs to get stable. That's going to take some more time. So we're very grateful for the process so far. There is a need for us to do some things in the short term. While many of you showed up and helped this year, many of the folks in this room won't know that Michelle Montemurno basically works 3 jobs. All day and night, every day, she's doing something. And I also chair the board for Salem County Christian Academy, and we just got A to Z Thrift and Liquidation store open 2 weeks ago. And for the 3 weeks prior to the opening, Michelle was showing up 3 to 5 nights a week, working 3 to 10 hours at a time, just helping us set up the floor. Can't afford to pay her to do it. She's just doing it. It's just the next thing on her list. That's the kind of woman that is the character of the woman who's leading this thing. There's a need for us to put some things in place to help free her up. Because as she referenced, this year was a bit up and down. Part of that's because there's not the steady amount of manpower that can be applied through the year. And so, each of you has, there's an envelope on the tables tonight. I'm going to ask you to do something with that. And if not tonight, then go home and share it with your church, share it with your organization, and see what your organization or church may be able to do. What I would like to suggest is that if by January 1st, we could get $15,000 in the door for Bushels, that would be enough for us to build some funding for Michelle and the team for the first quarter of next year. 15,000 is a tall order. That would probably be about 10 times what we did last year at this night in terms of gifts. So to help that along, I talked with my chief finance officer at home, and what we like to do is we would like to match $7,500 between now and the end of the year. So if Bushels can raise $7,500, then on December 31st, my wife and I will write a check for the other $7,500, so that we can start. If we can work towards that together in the fourth quarter of this year, then that gives Michelle and the board here at the church and the board of Bushels a line of sight to be able to do something meaningful in terms of getting a couple of folks paid and on staff in the first quarter so that they can be applying for grants and getting things in place, lining up volunteers, having these conversations through the winter so that this becomes a going concern year-round starting January 1st, 2018. Okay? So that's my pitch tonight. It's an act of faith on my end because I don't have that money in the bank right now. So I got to go make it too. So you pray and you take a step of faith on your side, and I'll take a step of faith on my side. By January 1st, we'll put something together and see what the Lord does here. All right?